The Jim and Terry Show, coming to you, part 2, revised version, recording. Yes,
you're recording.
Could it be the big red bars going across that tell me I am recording? Yes, we're recording from downtown sunny Bob Cage, and I'm one of your hosts, Terry.
And I'm the other one, Jim, and I'm like that little dog squirrel. I can't. I'm looking over at the balance of our levels here, and now all of a sudden yours became sort of looking a little bit like mine. Our last show was AI. Is this really you? Never mind. Carry on.
I didn't know you zigged in when I should have. I was expecting a zag. We're talking about all kinds of things on our podcast this morning, but I'm going to start with Florida. And that's because Florida's on your mind. Your family came back from Florida,
yes.
Had a great time.
They had a wonderful time down there, timeshare down there, and then they saw everything, like the timeshare down in Kissimmee is close to Disneyland, all the other theme parks, and swimming with the dolphins, and some pirate thingamajigger.
Did your family go to Disney at all?
I don't know if they went this time. I think the elder, but mom and dad, I think, went to Disney Boardwalk. I don't know what it's called now. That's free. It's just free. You can go down there and you party at night. Yeah, it's got bars and clubs and everything else, and just people walking and enjoying themselves. It's great.
So what is all this leading to? We're the Jim and Terry Show in Bob Cage, and what has this got to do with Florida and Disney?
Disney. Yeah, Disney was going to do $1 billion expansion, which they've put, I think they've canceled it. I don't even think they put it on hold. They may be putting it somewhere else. I don't know. But
I think they were going to relocate from California, a sizable operation, and invest it in Florida. Why are they not doing that?
Well, that's because DeSantis has picked a fight with them, and
with Mickey Mouse.
With Mickey Mouse, and he's picked a fight with them, and it looks to me like pride's really settled in. Like his pride's just gotten to him, and he wants to win. He's very much like the Trump thing. You're a winner. That's it. You only win. It doesn't matter. And he would have been wise of him, in my opinion, if he had backed off, because Disney has a special place in Florida, and because of that, you got all of these other theme parks and everything else, and they're a government unto themselves. They're like a Vatican, quite frankly.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
good parallel.
But that, like the Vatican brings billions into Italy, Mickey Mouse brings billions into Florida. And so they were going to expand their theme park area by $1 billion worth and 2,000 full-time jobs. They put the brakes on because DeSantis says he doesn't like the agreement anymore. He wants to tear that up. He wants them to pay their fair share. And I think they've been paying their fair share in abundance. So that's just my different viewpoint.
But don't you know, Donald Duck wears no pants. That's the issue.
I know.
At least if you're a Republican, that seems to be what you... It's like this red bar. That's what you see. You don't see anything else going on that I see.
Yeah.
The Republicans tend to focus on, what's wrong with you? Donald Duck wears no pants. I can't have that.
I don't think all Republicans would have done what DeSantis has done. But this day and age, God only knows, they've been collectively being really strange, and I've often said it on the show. If anybody on this show is right-leaning, it's me. But the Republicans, like this whole issue with the debt and everything else, they've already cost like millions of hundreds and maybe billions of dollars, because what their reserves have dropped since they didn't settle this when they needed to. And the Republicans don't want to extend the ceiling, the debt ceiling, something I think Donald Trump did 4 times or something.
Three times,
something like that.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but he did it. Yeah. He did it, and most governments do. So, same with not backing down when it comes to Mickey Mouse. DeSantis wants to win it, and he wants to be president. Future president maybe, or maybe even this run at it in 2024. And so he's not going to back down. And so he's costing his state now, costing his state a lot of money. And other states are starting to go up and say, hey, if you want to move to South Carolina.
Everybody's saying, if we've got a place, we'll welcome you.
We'll give you your own, authority to govern your
You
area.
want to control the land in which your operation
Well, you're investing
functions.
an awful lot of money. You don't want some DeSantis to come along later and just, it's your money, your investment, you've done all this, and you don't want someone to come and take it away.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what DeSantis is thinking of. And for a party of rules and regulations and laws and orders, he's certainly making up a lot of unnecessary ill will amongst Floridians.
It's chasing voters. We have it here in Ontario, apparently, with the Liberals now are looking for a new leader of their party.
That time.
Yep, and a lot of the critics are saying it's because they went too left, and chasing votes. They went to the left chasing votes, and it hasn't worked for them because the people that are that left are NDP. So it didn't work. So some of the new candidates are saying we need to move this back into the middle and be what we once were, a liberal party. Same thing, chasing votes. DeSantis is chasing votes, and this is how it's done, apparently.
So who is the DeSantis base? Is it the same values as a Trump base?
Yeah, and this anger base, I think a lot of it is racist base.
Rage, racist.
Yeah.
How about?
Probably sexist too. I don't know, but
Yeah, there could be gender issues as well, and LGBTQ, which is the main reason for them going at Florida, was Florida said, no, we're not going to enforce your don't say gay laws.
well, that number one, it can't be enforced. So what a stupid fight to pick.
He did pick
I
it.
mean, it's just a stupid fight to pick. You cannot. It's like we have Barrie here. Apparently, they have put a ban on helping the homeless. So it's against the law for you to give
help.
$20, $10, $5 to a homeless person or give them food. You can't do that. Well, that you cannot enforce that. That's just constitutionally or wherever you want to put it. You're allowed to give anybody a freebie if that's what you want to do. Here's a sandwich. I got 2 Big Macs. Here's one for you. You can't put a law on that. It's a stupid fight. You have to approach it in a different way.
Well, you can't feed the animals in a zoo. That's a bylaw. Can you not have municipal bylaws to regulate behavior as well? Like you can't park on this side street. It's a one-way street. Can't park. No parking.
Well, that's the way
Is
you're
it the
gonna
same kind of thing?
That's sort of a better way of fighting it, other than saying to the
You
average
can't.
Joe, you can't give somebody $5.
Yeah, that's really a bad way.
Because
of
what are you going
phrasing
to do to arrest the guy? I just saw you give him $5. I owed him the $5.
So what is the municipal law called? Is it the don't give money to the homeless?
Feed the animals. No, I don't know what it is.
Isn't that bizarre? So
Yeah,
that's
I only heard part of it coming here.
So there's a whole bunch of stuff that does not make sense, from municipal bylaws and local regulations to provincial, which is in my particular of interest, Doug Ford's privatization initiative of both Greenbelt and hospital resources, medical resources, privatizing healthcare in Ontario. What? Selling off publicly owned resources. What?
Yeah, I don't know. This much I do know. Number one, for me, the jury's still out concerning private care. If it can free up the common person without taking away the quality, I might be for that. Might be. I don't know it all, to be truthful. With that, this I do know, though, our healthcare system sucks. It's not good at all. You're fooling yourself if you think it is. You can go to third world and get faster, quicker, and cheaper help than you can here.
Isn't Ford sitting on close to $1 billion worth of federally transferred payments, and he has not spent it in the province of Ontario, and instead has given privatization the big initiative and funding from public taxpayer money?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we do fund private organizations all over the place, so that might be true. Government's paying. Look at that battery company that was going to go in.
Volkswagen.
No, there was a battery company that decided Volkswagen got a better deal, so they're trying to pull out of their deal.
Right.
That's a lot of money given to them from the government as incentives to build their plants.
Probably in all three levels, municipal, provincial,
Yeah, that's right.
So that's a partnership, and that's a decision by all the
Yeah. players.
And in Ontario's case, it's a Conservative
Yeah.
premier. It's a Liberal federal level. I don't know what the municipal...
I don't either.
I don't know where the town
But that might be
is.
where Ford's going concerning privatization of the medical system. Now, politically, maybe if you got it all privatized, then you don't have to worry about labor situations. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't follow it that much.
Yeah, I'm loath to support anything that's privatizing a public resource.
I think my point in the beginning of all this is, you don't like the fact that people walking in Disneyland can use the word gay, then don't go to Disneyland. You don't go.
You have the choice.
And yeah, you have a choice. To make a law that you can't say gay is an unenforceable law. You
That's
can't
just the
do that.
beginning of DeSantis
I
in
didn't
Florida.
say gay. I said gray.
This goes to books and book banning. No burnings that I've read, but what kind of books are you banning, and why are you banning them?
Why would you do that, Terry? There's only one reason: you're chasing votes. You know the demographic list of people you're trying to preach to, and so you say something like that, those people up there in that world grab onto it, and you're their man.
They heard the message.
Yeah,
we call that dog whistling.
Yeah. Well, whatever. But that's what they're doing: chasing votes.
Chasing votes. Well, there you go, Florida, a case of not all being as well. And I heard that the NAACP, National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, has now put Florida on a do not travel there warning.
Isn't that sad?
Isn't that sad? The beginning of the end. Is it the end of the world as we know it? I don't feel fine about it. I don't know. Jim and Terry Show, signing off.